Hi, hello everyone. The purpose of this presentation is based on the chart analysis for Netflix company. We are a strategic consultant team that will lead the company with evidence in order to take a final decision, which is to stay profitable in the market competition. In this presentation, you will also be able to see how our team determined that Netflix's biggest issue is focus on rivalry. Okay, so Netflix was the largest streaming subscription company in the world in 2023, with subscribers in over 190 countries. But the competitive landscape and changing view habits post COVID-19 have forced Netflix to make a couple of changes in its business practice. First, they decide to offer a lower tier subscription support by advertising, and also they decide to reduce password sharing and for subscribers to pay extra if they wanted to share their passwords. They also offer mobile games, and but the questions are kept and will these moves be enough to cement Netflix position at the top of the streaming industry against its current competition? Will other change or adjustments be important for Netflix to remain profitable in the industry? But first, it was important to better understand why Netflix is lagging behind its competitors. It was important to calculate financial ratios, which help track the performance, the liquidity, the operational efficiency, and the profitability of this company. So in number one, we can see Netflix gross profit margin in 2021. They imply better production, cost management, and a greater ability profit from its business activities. Number two, we have Netflix operating profit margin in 2021, we can imply better cost control and a strong financial performance. In number three, Netflix net margin, and this imply in a higher margin that is it had better profitability as it may efficient use of input costs and improving in its profitability position where there was more interest from investors and stakeholders. Number four, we have the Netflix return on shareholders equity, the ROE, and we can see that in 21 was higher. This indicates that the company was able to use capital base to obtain its profits. And we can see that during this year, perhaps the shareholders had more strengths. And number five, the Netflix return on assets was higher as well, indicating that the company had more like let's see opportunity to make better use of its assets to generate more revenue. And last, we have the debt to equity ratio, and this was the case that in 2022 was lower than in 2021, and we can see that during this year Netflix has less risk to figure in terms of equity-based financing. Okay. So the questions remind us to who are the current competitors from Netflix, the rate of the market growth, and the differentiation of Netflix products. Okay. Is it possible that Netflix high market competition is being affected by its lower differentiation as the company competes on the price? Well, thereby increasing this rivalry. Why this rivalry is increasing? Okay, so to better understand the Netflix rivalry situation, my colleague Natalia will explain why consumer subscriptions have decreased.
Now, even with the decline in the subscriber count, Netflix still maintains the most subscribers out of all the competitors. This is thanks to its competitive advantage of exclusive content, culturally diverse content, and its use of proprietary technology. Now, the use of accumulated data being inputted into their advanced algorithms has given them dominance in optimizing satisfactory suggestions for their subscribers. Eventually, the information they've gathered paved the way for them to generate their own exclusive content based on the interest of their subscribers. So, a key factor in the strategy was becoming vertically integrated and acquiring their own movie studio to produce all their exclusive content. Combining all these with their long-standing global presence has given them the additional stepping stone in gaining the most subscribers around the world. Instead of just streaming American shows around the world, they were the pioneers who began to bring America international movies and shows, eventually becoming the innovators who started creating culturally diverse media that catered to that local demographic and also bringing it worldwide. So, why the loss of nearly 1 million subscribers recently? We believe a combination of fierce competition and price increases among the rivals will be to blame. This can imply that there might be a ceiling or a cap on how many companies a customer wants to be subscribed to as they begin to review their expenses more closely. Economic fluctuations and inflations are causing customers to be aware of their spending habits. We can assume the price increase and password restrictions were a big contributor for people to decide who they start paying for and who to drop. With competition getting bigger, the choices for licensed media is also decreasing and possibly more expensive. Let's use Disney as an example. Once they got their own streaming service in 2019, they kept their exclusively owned media to themselves, creating a loss of content for Netflix to license. This is a repetitive trend we're seeing as the competition is beginning to increase. Now, as the competition grew, Netflix entered an area of streaming wars. If we review the current pricing among some of the competitors, we can see some might be relative in prices, but others may offer packaged or bundled deals. Even with options, customers may begin to ask themselves, can I afford more than one streaming service? And if I can't, who am I going to keep? Now that Netflix is no longer being the only one with exclusive content, there is competition for the most appealing content and exclusive content. Perhaps the customer begins to ask, do I even watch Netflix anymore? The comparison between the rivals is going to boil down to who has the most attractive price and attractive content. So next, my colleague Daniel will share with you who are those key rivals in these streaming wars. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Daniel, and we're going to talk about the Porter's Five Force model. Now here we have a competitive rivalry, right, between Netflix and HBO Max, which is now Max, Apple TV, Disney Plus, and Prime Video. Again, these are the main competitors of Netflix, right? Which is the threat. The opportunities that we can learn from here is what the consumer wants, what their preferences are, and why one would choose one subscription over another. Threat and new entrants. Disney Plus used to be one, but it's no longer a threat of a new entrant. They are a current rival. New entrants can disrupt the market by providing niche content or unique business models that can siphon off your subscribers, right? Netflix has the opportunity here to learn from these new entrants and what they offer to consumers that Netflix may not have. From there, they can team up with a new entrant. Consumer power of buyers. Your consumers have a relatively high bargaining power due to the multitude of streaming options available, right? They don't have just Netflix. They have HBO Max. They can go over to Apple TV. They can go to Disney. They can go to Prime Video, right? They can turn off they can just go outside. There are many different options you can go to, right? Opportunities here, enhance AI-driven recommendations and personalized content suggestions, right? Now, Netflix already has a powerful algorithm sensing AI implemented, right? I would suggest strengthening that even further, pushing the envelope there, right? Now, threat of substitution, right? These are cable TV, user-generated platforms like YouTube, and gaming services, Xbox, PlayStation, mobile games, so on and so forth. Now, the threat here is if Netflix fails to adapt or to these changing consumer needs or offers less compelling content, subscribers may turn to these alternatives. Now, there's an opportunity here for Netflix here to expand into these or outside of solely subscription-based service-based revenue. And they have recently with the introduction of Netflix mobile games, right? But now this is only mobile games, which is they have about 70 to 80. Well, you guys have about 70 to 80, right? So I would suggest perhaps teaming up with, who knows, PlayStation, Xbox, finding something, right? That could take a hold of the subscribers you have now and so bargaining power suppliers, these are your film studios, filmmakers, your content creators, television production companies that hold the licenses to the movies and TV shows that Netflix has that are not uniquely that are not original content, right? So these individuals hold significant power because if they don't choose Netflix, they can go anywhere else. They can go to HBO Max, they can go to Apple, they can go to Disney, Prime Video, so on and so forth. Right. So there's an opportunity here by expanding your partnership with production companies and creators, and also expanding on the relationships with them. They can help secure exclusive content that could enhance your offerings and attract new subscribers. Right. So really working at these relationships and finding out how you can really hone in on them and strengthen these. Thank you. And
as we consider the threat Netflix faces from rivalry among competitors, the streaming market has become incredibly crowded. Platforms like Disney Plus, Amazon Prime Video, HBO Max, and Apple TV are all competing for viewers' attention. The saturation forces every streaming service to fight harder for market share, and the three key threats is going to be one, the slow market growth. While the streaming boom brought millions of new subscribers, the growth rate has started to plateau, which we can really see in the video streaming subscriptions growth graph in 2022 and 2023. And second is going to be its price sensitivity. With many platforms offering similar content, low differentiation pushes rivals to compete on price, leading to discounts, bundles, or ad-supported tiers. And third, content exclusivity. Rivals like Disney Plus leverage blockbuster franchises like Marvel and Star Wars, pulling viewers away from Netflix. All of this creates an environment where Netflix must not only compete, but stand out. And here are a few ways they do that. So the first is going to be original content. Netflix invests billions in creating shows and movies that viewers can't find anywhere else. Global hits like Stranger Things, The Crown, and Squid Game. This exclusive library keeps its subscribers loyal. And second, it's going to be its global appeal. Netflix's strength lies in its ability to resonate with audiences worldwide. For instance, Money Heist from Spain and Squid Game from South Korea were global blockbusters. And by producing region-specific content, Netflix isn't just competing locally, but it's also competing globally. And we'll see that in the most popular TV shows. You'll see the English side. There is Bridgerton, Stranger Things, and The Witcher as its top three. And then non-English will be Squid Game and Money Heist, also in top three. And so with that, with the third, it's going to be their technology. So Netflix's advanced recommendation system uses machine learning to provide personalized suggestions tailored to individual tastes. This enhances the viewer satisfaction and keeps them coming back for more. Pair that with user-friendly features like offline downloads and seamless streaming, and Netflix creates an unmatched experience compared to its competitors. And fourth, it's going to be their evolving pricing models. So Netflix recently introduced an ad-supported tier at lower prices to attract budget-conscious viewers. And this strategy ensures Netflix stays competitive without compromising its premium appeal, in which you'll see in the ad-supported tier, it is only $7 a month with high quality, close to the 720p HD as their basic plan. And you'll also be able to watch it on laptop, TV, phone, easy. It's easy to change subscriptions or to cancel. The one thing you don't get is downloads, and you do get ads compared to their basic plan. And so this is a few ways that they're able to stay above their competitors.
Thanks, guys. So to conclude, Netflix's position in the streaming market. So maintaining leadership. Netflix remains the largest streaming service globally, leveraging its competitive advantage, exclusive and culturally diverse content, advanced technology, and global reach. These factors allow Netflix to set the benchmark for international, culturally inclusive entertainment. Adapting to shifts in consumer behavior, changing viewer habits. Post COVID-19, coupled with economic pressures, have intensified market competition. Rivals like Disney Plus challenged Netflix with exclusive content and bundled pricing models, pushing Netflix to innovate continuously. Key strategies for competitiveness. Original content, blockbuster hits like Stranger Things and Squid Games, and region-specific programming keep Netflix globally relevant. Technological innovation, advanced AI recommendations and seamless user experiences foster loyalty. Flexible pricing models, low-tier ad-supported subscriptions cater to budget-conscious consumers while maintaining premium options. Challenges ahead. Slow market growth and increased price sensitivity threaten Netflix's market share. Third-party exclusivity, such as Marvel, Star Wars on Disney Plus, for example, adds to the competitive pressure. The battle for consumer loyalty requires continuous innovation and differentiation. Future outlook. As Netflix navigates a saturated market, it must address these challenges by strengthening partnerships, enhancing its offerings, and exploring new opportunities like gaming and or bundled services. The question remains, how will Netflix adapt to tomorrow's consumer preferences to retain its leadership in the streaming industry? That's what we discussed today, and hopefully you have a nice day. Thank you so much.